Pretty Nerdz. 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 Pretty Nerdz.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Pretty Nerdz podcast. This is your girl Nay. Falan DeAnn currently out this week, but per usual, I am going to deliver you guys the latest trending topics, as well as the relationship question of the week and the nerd moment of the week. So, jumping right in, let's go ahead and start with some quick hitters. In sad news, Hall of Famer coach Jerry Sloan of the NBA's Utah Jazz passed away this week. Also, singer Betty Wright, we reported about 2 weeks ago that she passed away. She has officially been laid to rest in Miami. Uncle Luke did her eulogy, so prayers and condolences to both of those families. Also, prayers up for Patrick Ewing. He has been diagnosed with the coronavirus and is currently hospitalized with the virus. So hopefully all things go well with him and he basically is able to beat it and gets out of the hospital really soon. Jumping into some maybe good news, it is being reported that Brianna Taylor and her husband Iman Shumpert are expecting another baby. We all love baby Junie, so another baby for them would be amazing. So that'd be dope. But again, it hasn't been confirmed, so it's another one of those maybe babies. So maybe congratulations are in order for those two. But it all but kind of seems like, just based on the video that I saw with baby Junie not being able to hold the secret, it seems like that they may be expecting, but they're just kind of trying to wait to reveal it, or maybe wait until she has the baby or whatnot. But nonetheless, congratulations maybe to Brianna Taylor if said rumor is true. Also, another quick hitter that we're going to touch on. I feel like I spoke about this, not last show, but maybe the show before that. I talked about Ahmaud Arbery's shooting death, and how at the time there weren't charges against the cameraman, and we were hoping that he would face charges. And as of this week, it has been reported that he has also been arrested and is facing murder charges, as well as attempted kidnapping. I guess he was attempting to hold him captive a couple of times. At least that's from what reports were saying. So nonetheless, he has also been arrested, and just like the other two murderers, will face, a judge and a jury. And hopefully we will see justice being served, and they will, get the maximum sentence that they deserve for the heinous murder that they committed. Also, kind of staying with that news, something that we hadn't touched on the show before, but Brianna Taylor, she was a woman in Louisville, Kentucky, who was gunned down by police when the police officers, they were performing, I guess, a drug raid, and it was the wrong house. And so they knocked on her door. They're saying that they did a knockless, and even though they had a warrant to do a knockless entry, they knocked on the door. They're claiming they announced themselves. Her boyfriend at the time, he said that they did not announce themselves as police before they entered. They entered and fired, obviously killing her in the process. And her boyfriend, whose name is Kenneth Walker, at the time he was arrested because he actually shot one of the police officers in the leg. As of this week, he has been released and all charges have been dropped against him. As we know now, the FBI, after countless people calling for them to be investigated, the FBI, as well as the Kentucky, I know because in Tennessee it's called the TBI, and that's our Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. So I don't know if in Kentucky it's maybe the Kentucky Bureau of Investigation. I don't know. I'm assuming that that's what theirs is, since ours is TBI. There's maybe KBI, I'm not sure. But they're teaming up with the FBI, and they're doing a in-depth investigation on the conduct of the police officers to see if they will face charges for obviously shooting Brianna. So more to come on that, but good news in the sense that Kenneth, all he was trying to do was protect his girlfriend, has been released, and so he will not face I guess I can't say he will not face any charges. We're all hoping that he will not face any charges. It seems that way, that he will not face any charges, but of course the district attorney kind of left it open-ended, saying that the reason that they made the choice to drop the charges is because there needs to be more investigation. So after the FBI investigation and all of that, they will determine if they are going to bring him back up on charges. But it just seems, based on, kind of all of the facts and things that are coming out, that there may be, that there may be some kind of bigger evidence showing that the conduct of the police officers was not appropriate, in their killing of Brianna. So, obviously we have a lot of wait and sees in that case as well. So we shall see what is to come of that in the coming weeks, of that investigation within the coming week. Also, in another quick hitter, political news, as you guys know, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on that because this is not a politics show, but Joe Biden, he appeared with Charlamagne the God. I don't know if it was like a Breakfast Club interview or not, but I know Charlamagne was interviewing him. Basically, he said in the interview that if you were black and you voted for Trump, then you're not black. Then quickly, obviously, him and his people quickly turned around and apologized, saying that he shouldn't have been so cavalier, that he was joking, and that, yada, basically the same old song and dance, so that black folks wouldn't be upset at him. Needless to say, then, because the whole demand that everybody has been of him is that, and all Democrats, is that y'all always pander for the black vote, and y'all always assume that black people are going to vote for you. But there's never any kind of follow through with y'all. There's never any agenda, black agenda for black folks to vote for you. So everybody is saying, now, or a lot of people are saying, okay, sorry, but the black vote is not going to be free this year. What's your agenda? What are your goals? What are you going to do for us in exchange for our vote? So needless to say, after that kind of pressure, he already up on his website, from some of the other kind of people that I follow, he had already had like a black agenda listed up on his website, but a lot of people felt like it was very generic and it wasn't enough. So he has, I guess, gone back and retweaked it, and he's added some more points to it. Some people feel like, okay, it's okay. Other folks feel like, again, it's not enough. So needless to say, at this point, we all know it's down to two candidates. It's Donald Trump or it's Joe Biden. I mean, listen, you obviously have three options: Donald Trump, Joe Biden, or don't vote. You know what I mean? I don't see the, I guess, the strategy in not voting. Like, I don't know who wins that if you don't vote, but hey, like, you know what I mean? Those are basically your three options. In regards to that, Joe Biden is not my favorite person at all. I didn't vote for him in the primaries. He wasn't the candidate that I was backing. I did not, want him to be what I was left with, basically. But here we are. I do feel like, or I wish that all of this kind of noise that's being made, all these celebrities and all that, talking about hold the vote hostage and all that, I really wish that all of that noise and that energy would have been prior to just us having one candidate left. You know what I mean? I would have loved to see some of that energy during the primaries when there was like a gajillion and a million trillion candidates still in the running, still, you know what I mean? But here we are. This is the world that we work in. I would say, just as a recommendation, do your own research. Do not depend on these multi-millionaire, billionaire celebrity people don't allow their voices to be louder than your own, to sway your opinion in any shape or form, because let's be honest, their lives are far less impacted by these elections and these, and the government rules and the things that go on within our inner cities, within our schools and all that. The majority of their kids are sitting in somebody's private school, or, you know what I mean? They don't have to worry if they do go to college, they can afford to go to college. They don't have to worry about student loan debt. They're not, dealing with the same issues that the rest of us in the middle class and working class and even, the poor are dealing with. The issues that impact us are not the same as the ones that impact them. So do not allow their voices to be louder than yours and allow them to kind of sway your ideals or voting in any shape or form. You know what I mean? Do your own research and make the informed decision on what candidate you want to vote for, who you want to vote for. If you don't want to vote, you know what I mean? Be able to stand in your own choices. You know what I mean? Don't let their voice or their status be what drives your decision making, basically. And that's my little spiel for right now. Moving on from that, and jumping kind of back into the celebrity kind of world, again with another little quick hitter. Your girl Ayesha Curry, she showed off her 35 pounds or the 38-pound weight loss on IG in her bikini body. She showed off a little bit in her bikini. I thought she looked cute. Salute to her. She said that she spent the last couple of years back to back having babies, and now it was mama time and she was ready to get her body back. And hey, salute to her. She looks cute. She looks good. So it is what it is. I know a lot of people were criticizing her because I guess a couple of years ago, I don't even remember, she made some statements about girls showing off or showing every bits of their body or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then people were like, oh, she's just being hypocritical. I see now that she's lost weight, blah, blah. Whatever. Look, man, people grow, they change. Maybe her opinions change. Maybe it didn't. Who cares? She wanted to show off her weight loss. She showed off her weight loss. Get over it. Not a big deal. Wasn't need to go into a bunch of think pieces on it. She looked cute. I liked the bikini. It was cute too. So salute to her. And, it is what it is. Moving on from that. Last night, because I'm recording this on Sunday, so last night, Saturday, there was a versus battle, another versus battle. It was Beanie Man versus Bounty Killer, and from what everybody is saying, they're calling it the best one yet. I didn't get to see it because I'll be honest, I slept through most of Saturday. I was not feeling the best, so I slept through most of Saturday, but I didn't get to see it, so all I got to see was the highlights and clips of it. From the clips, though, it did look really interesting and really entertaining. It was different from the rest of the versus battles because they were in the same space, so they had, they were sharing the same space. They weren't like in two different locations. It wasn't, so you didn't have to worry about like the internet feed necessarily for one or the other not working properly. So obviously it was a lot of energy. It was good. It was the first one that was officially on the Versus TV live, because normally it's either on one of the artists. You have to go to one of the artists live to see it, but this was the first one that was officially on the Versus TV live. So nonetheless, from everything that I heard and all the clips I saw, it looked like a really, really good battle, really entertaining. So salute to them for that one. And that's pretty much for all the quick hitters that I have. I'm trying to see before I jump into this last topic. Oh, okay. Just another like super quick one. I guess the next upcoming versus battle is going to be 112 versus Jagged Edge. We officially had two of the 112 members, Slim and I guess, I don't know the other guy's name, to be honest with you, but they came out and said they will not be participating in the 112 Jagged Edge battle due to legal drama that they got going on with the other two members of 112. So here's the thing, and I hate to be that person to say it, but I mean, do we need the whole group present for a versus battle? I mean, it's not like it's no shade, but I'm just saying it's not like it's a performance or whatever. If you've watched the previous versus battles, it's just literally the artist kind of sitting, they're playing the records, going back and forth, maybe giving a couple of stories, couple of jokes, whatever, throwing a couple shots, having fun with it. So, I mean, do all members have to be present? I mean, look, if y'all got beef, y'all got beef. We still gonna listen to the songs and bop. I look, maybe that's a little shady, but I'm just saying, we still gonna bop to them 112 records, whether all four of y'all sitting there or not. I'm just saying, it is what it is. So we shall see how that whole situation plays out. Some people were saying that due to two of the members saying if they weren't going to be a part of it, that they may kind of cancel it or may replace 112 with another group. I mean, again, I'm on the side of, do we need all members present for it? I'm just saying. But because like I said, they're not doing a performance. They're just kind of sitting there playing the records, talking about the records and whatever like that. So but we shall see what is to come with that. So it is what it is. Either way it goes, I mean, if they do go through with it, I think it'll be a pretty decent battle. Because again, 112 got bops, Jagged Edge got bops for sure too. So it'll be an interesting battle, it'll be a good battle. So we shall see if it happens, or if it doesn't. Yeah, who knows? Now, moving into the last hot topic for this week. It has been like, I want to say for like the past 2-3 days, it's been like a firestorm all over the net, all over the, you know what I mean? Just everybody's been talking about it. Doja Cat, it was revealed basically that she was, I don't really know how to what she was doing, to be honest with you. She was like in chat rooms, I guess, with like all white, alt-right, like white dudes or whatever, and they were like making horrible, like racist ass jokes, and she was of course laughing in it and just partaking in conversations with them. And look, woo, honey, all I'm gonna say is it did not look good at all. The sentiment that I got from it, at least, and I know that a lot of you got from it, was that she is very anti-black, anti her blackness. She did have a couple of moments where she said that she does not like being black, and she said, but at least she is I guess she's thick and light skinned or whatever, so maybe in her, that's a good black for her. Honey, I can't even imagine. I'm just gonna say, I can't even imagine living in that type of space when you are blessed with all of this amazing blackness and to just hate it. Like, girl, what life is you living, honey? Because I love all this blackness over here, so I just wow. To me, there's kind of no defending it. You know what I mean? In essence, we were just kind of waiting for her to see what her response would be, and we got it. It was an apology. Like, it was like one of those, typed up, clearly publicist typed up apologies that she posted on IG. She turned off the comments for sure. She was not letting y'all come at her no more than y'all already was. But basically, it was just the run-of-the-mill type blah blah blah. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, I'm a black woman, and yada yada yada. Listen, sis, I would have preferred you not. I'm gonna be honest, I would have preferred you to have said nothing than to give that bullshit, to me, disingenuous apology. Basically, you know that you exist at currently the majority of your music in your career in these beginning stages. I think her goal probably was going to be to cross over so that she would not need to kind of depend on the urban space to have to you know what I mean, to get sales and all that jazz. But currently, right now, that's your biggest fan base. That's who was buying your music. That's who was supporting you. And nonetheless, no, I'm not rocking. You know what I mean? I'm not that forgiving. I'm not rolling with it. I don't think, like, I don't believe in the whole cancel culture either. You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest, who's ever been canceled? Like, if we ain't canceled, fucking, if they didn't, I'm gonna say they, because I'm not gonna put myself in that category, because I don't fucks with him on the show. But if they haven't canceled Robert Kelly, then listen, y'all, there's no such thing as anybody being canceled, okay? So, but I will say that for me, I won't support and listen to her records, because I don't know how to exist in the space of anti-blackness. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even imagine her space. I'm sorry, I can't even imagine. Like, I love my blackness. I love being black. I love everything about it, from my hair down to my lips, to my body, to my skin, to the culture, just everything about blackness. I am immersed in it. So I can't even imagine living in a space and hating that. Like, what? My mind just is boggled and blown by that, to be blessed with this thing that is blackness. Come on, man. How could you even hate it, sis? Like, what? Okay. But nonetheless, it kind of get from there, I would say it got even more, I don't want to say telling, but I guess irritating. Ebro. So Ebro decided to, put his cape on for Miss Doja Cat and jump out the window per usual, because he definitely puts on his cape a lot, but I will say he puts on his cape for basically light-skinned mixed women that he finds attractive, let's be honest. But but yeah, he puts on his cape a lot for them. So he put on his cape for Doja and said that maybe instead of us looking to quote unquote cancel Doja, that we should be embracing her and questioning why she feels the way that she feels about her blackness, and trying to educate her, blah blah blah. Basically, like I said, he put on this cape for her extra hardcore. For me, I will say that I kind of fall on the sentiment. Like, I saw someone post where they said J. Cole, his black father abandoned him, and he is not anti-black. He said, they said that Colin Kaepernick, grew up, he was adopted by 2 white parents, and he is not anti-black. So he said, we're not going to make excuses for Doja because, her black parent or her black side of her family wasn't present in her life. Like, there's no excuse for anti-blackness, period. So nonetheless, we shall see, I guess, what comes of the whole situation. Like I said, there is no such thing as cancel culture. So for all the people who are all with the whole Doja Cat is over and she canceled, whoopty-whoopty-whooped, let's be honest. Like I said, who has Twitter canceled ever? I'll wait. You know what I mean? So I don't really fully expect there to be any quote unquote canceling that occurs. We'll see, if because she is a fairly new artist, we'll see how much of a hit it does take to her career, like how much damage it actually does. I don't know though, you know what I mean? Like, she may have enough of a base, I guess, outside of black folks who will kind of carry her through or support her. I don't know. I know she won't be getting coins from me. That's all I can say on that one. So we can kind of wait and see on what occurs with the whole Doja Cat situation. We'll see if folks feel like her apology was sincere enough and will rock with her again. I don't know. We shall see. And that is all of the hot topics I have for you guys this week. Now I am going to just quickly give you guys, like, just before I jump into the relationship questions and relationship portion, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick rundown of new books, new music, new TV that I have been listening to, reading, or watching. And this is just a really quick one because I don't have a ton. I haven't really listened to any new music that has come out, actually, and I haven't, picked up a book yet. It's terribly sad. But As far as new TV, I did check out the Netflix show Sweet Magnolias. Basically, I was having another one of my nights of unable to sleep, and I was like, okay, this popped up on the little thing as a new show. Let me check it out. I figured that I would just end up, turning it on and falling asleep on it. But surprisingly, it did surprise me, and I actually sat and watched the whole thing through. I binged the whole show. It was pretty good. I'm sitting on my seat because it left with a little cliffhanger, and I'm sitting on my seat like, man, I can't wait for this show to come back because I want to know what the hell happened. So nonetheless, it was a good show. If you are, if you feel like checking it out, or if you're just like me, bored, you can't sleep, whatever, I say give it a try, give it a shot, and check it out, because it was, like I said, it was a decent show. It held my attention. It left with a really good cliffhanger, so it makes you want to tune in for next season, at least just to see how the cliffhanger resolves. So we shall see, what comes of that. And like I said, if you want to check it out, and let me know what you think about it. Moving right along from that, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the relationship portion of the show. This week's relationship question of the week is, what is the biggest age gap that you are willing to date? So, as far as based on your age, how far are you willing to date up or date down? So for me, I'm 33. My biggest age gap that I'm willing to date currently is 5 years, up or down. So I'll date someone who is 38 and someone who, look, as you can see, I'm totally struggling with math right now. It's like 2, 3 in the morning. So I'm really like, wait, what is that? What's the subtraction? I think it's 26, right? 26? Nigga, I don't know. Wait, 5... 13. Ooh, shit, I am way off. This is not 26. 28. Yeah, 28. Look, see, that's... Bitch. That tells me I need to go to sleep. But anyway, so either 28 38. Nonetheless, yeah. And the reason being is just because I'm one of those people that I feel like once you hit go past that 5-year gap, you start to be in different stages of life. You know what I mean? I couldn't imagine being 33 and dating someone who's already in their, mid 40s, because I'm just like, what do we have in common? You're in a different stage in life now than I am. Or I couldn't imagine now at 33 going back and dating someone who's, in their early 20s, because I remember my early 20s, and yeah, I am not in that space anymore. So I couldn't imagine what we would have in common, or what we would, talk about, or, how we could relate in that sense of the word. Now, I know for some people it does work out. We've seen relationships where, they have those huge age gaps, and they, have a quick standing love, and, they go off into the sunset and all of it works out. But for myself, I can't see, going past the 5-year mark. Because like I said, for me, once you get past 5 years, it just seems like you're in such different stages in life that don't know what you would find in common. But nonetheless, I want to hear from you guys. I would like to know, what's your biggest age gap that you're willing to date, either up or down. So it doesn't have to be necessarily up, and it doesn't necessarily have to just be down. So either way, let me know. Hit the website, prettynerdspodcast.com. That's nerds with the Z. On there, just go to this spot where it says contact us and click, and it'll take you right to where you can send us a message with your response, and we will read some of you guys' responses on the show. So that is it for this week's relationship question of the week. I am now going to move into my favorite portion of this show, which is the nerd moment of the week. And this week, it is exciting news for us nerds out there. The Umbrella Academy on Netflix, Season 2, the premiere date has been revealed. And we are getting the second season of the Umbrella Academy on July 31st. It will be again streaming on Netflix. I'm excited. I'm ready to see, that crazy cast of characters and see, where they pick up from last season. Because as we saw in last season, we found out that the number 7, that she did actually the whole time, that she had powers, that they just were hiding it from her, and that she was actually number 3 who disappeared, when he was younger, and then he popped. If you've seen the series, and then he comes back. He went to the future and he saw that they were all dead, and he thought the whole world, had blew up or whatever like that. And it was revealed in the final show that the cause of it was number 7. So, and then, once they didn't quote unquote stop her, but, we saw where, her little spark or whatever flew up into the air and hit the moon, and that's what caused the apocalypse, quote unquote. And then they end up going, number 3, he ended up jumping them all back in time. So that should be where we pick up in season 2. I'm excited for it. I'm ready to see it. I'm hoping that we get some more character development. We get some more backstory, because I wonder if we saw them all, when he was jumping them back in time, we saw them all kind of revert back to their younger selves. So nonetheless, I'm guessing we're going to see a lot of it take place, I guess, with the younger characters. I don't know. We'll see how they kind of play it out as far as, how, like I said, we'll see how they play it out, if they're going to focus mostly on them younger, or if we're going to see them jump back to when they're, grown adults. Who knows? We shall see. But nonetheless, I am excited for it, because I enjoy the Umbrella Academy. I enjoyed the first season, so we shall see. As far as the nerd moment of the week, that is all I have for you guys. Yeah, that is pretty much all I have for you guys, period, in general. I don't have any more topics or anything else to discuss with you guys this week. Very, very short show. As I stated at the top of the show, Falan DeAnn should be back with us again next week. It is Memorial Day weekend, pretty much coming to the end. But I do want to say to all of you guys out there, happy Memorial Day. I hope you are staying safe, still practicing social distancing, but nonetheless, enjoying yourself and enjoying, if you're spending time with your family or whatever, just still staying safe, still washing your hands, still social distancing to the best of your abilities, and just all around taking care of yourself. As usual, thank you guys so much for listening to the Pretty Nerdz podcast and supporting us. FYI, just a quick mention, if you have visited our SoundCloud page, we are like some of the other SoundCloud artists. We have added the button, basically, where you can, if you like the show and you want to support us, you can go ahead and click on the button to donate to the show. It basically, all it does is it helps us to produce the best content that we can for you guys, as far as the equipment that we use, the website, and the building up of our merchandise that we're gonna get to you guys pretty soon. So nonetheless, if you do visit the SoundCloud page, go ahead and hit that donate button and donate to the Pretty Nerdz podcast. Thank you guys again so much for listening, and enjoy your week. Bye guys.